Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be bringing you guys 10 tips that you need to know when playing Vanguard zombies. I hope you guys find this useful, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first tip I have for you guys involves buying a Covenant. Now you're going to want to buy the Salvage Covenant. For those who don't know what this Covenant does, it's pretty simple. Once you purchase this Covenant, zombies are more likely to drop salvage when killed. Now, why is this so good? Because you need salvage to upgrade your armor. Along with that, you can use salvage to buy equipment. It's very useful during the setup process, and you're able to upgrade the Covenant as you go through the rounds. For our next tip, it involves the setting up process. So whenever you spawn into the game, you're going to want to open up the map in the order in which you get your perks. For example, when I spawn into the game, I usually do the first objective that leads to Juggernog. Then after that, I'll either choose to open up the areas that have either stamina up or diabolical damage. By doing this, I get the most important perks first, so I recommend you guys doing this as well. And what do you know? This tip again has to do with the setup process. Most of you know that you have to pick a loadout to begin the game with. Well, I recommend that you stick with this loadout the entire game. In Vanguard, it can take a while for you to get your gun fully pack-a-punched, along with your armor and perks. This is why I'm telling you guys this. Points are hard to come by in this game, so you'll have to use them strategically. This means that you don't want to be hitting the box and wasting your points that way. It's just better off to keep your starting weapon the entire game. Oh, do you remember how I said points are hard to come by? Well, I wasn't lying. That's why maximizing your points during the beginning of the game is crucial. In the early rounds, you need to explore the map and kill every zombie you see. This allows you to receive the most amount of points you can earn rather than immediately hopping into another objective. You can also find these small glowing boxes that can contain guns, equipment, and salvage, so it doesn't hurt to take your time when starting a new game of zombies. I briefly touched over the Salvage Covenant at the beginning portion of this video. It's a great Covenant, but you should also make sure to buy others. Filling up your Covenant bar will only help you. These other variants could include Deadwire, Cryo Freeze, and Brain Rot. In order to buy Covenants, however, you need hearts. Hearts are given to you once you complete an objective. So after every objective you complete, I'd recommend you go and use it. Upgrading your Covenants wouldn't be a bad idea either. There's a rare version, epic version, and legendary version. Obviously, you want to continue upgrading until you reach legendary. Remember earlier when I said that you'll want to maximize your points in the earlier rounds? Yeah, throw that out of the window whenever you start getting into the later rounds. You'll just want to start heading straight into the next objective, unless you have to upgrade your gun or something like that. You see, in the earlier rounds, you desperately need points. However, when you start getting into the later rounds, you start receiving tons of points from just doing the objectives. So if you're still running around spawn killing zombies, then you're just wasting your time. You'll save a lot more time if you just head into the objective portal. Before you jump into a game of zombies, you'll need to make sure that you're using attachments on your gun. These attachments can give you an advantage. Some aren't as noticeable as others, but they can still help you. It could be less recoil, more damage, holding more ammo, or better accuracy. No matter what the attachment is, it'll make for an easier time killing zombies. Now, a must that is needed here in Vanguard Zombies has to do with armor. Upgrading your armor should be a priority. Having armor is like having more health. It allows you to be able to take a lot more hits than usual. It's also very important to try to get it fully upgraded before you start heading into the higher rounds, like 15 and above. Usually when you start getting up in the high rounds, sprinter zombies will start spawning. These guys can get very overwhelming at times, but by making sure your armor is fully upgraded, you'll be able to take more damage. Okay. I guess if you want to hit the mystery box, then you can, but it'll have to be later on in the game. You see, by hitting the box during the earlier rounds, you'll most likely get non-pack-a-punched guns. But if you wait until the later rounds, you'll have a higher percentage of a chance to pull a pack-a-punched gun. And these aren't just tier 1 pack-a-punch guns either. You'll have a chance to pull tier 2 pack-a-punch guns, and even on some occasions, tier 3 pack-a-punch guns. So if you want to hit the box, then wait later on. Now the final tip that I bring you guys today has to do with field upgrades. I'll admit it, I don't really use my field upgrades too much. Most of the time, I just find it sitting there waiting to be activated, but you need to be using it as often as possible. They can help you kill the zombies and even avoid being killed by them. I mean, there's no reason it should be just sitting there. Just make sure to use your field upgrades is what I'm trying to say. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Those are my 10 tips for Vanguard Zombies. If you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.